All right. Good morning. This is referee Brian Nicholas with the Macomb County Family Court. And we're here this morning on the case of Kaziaka versus Kaziaka, case number 2018-2919 And counsel, could you please state your appearance for the record?
Yes. Good morning, Your Honor. Jeffrey Slauson appearing on behalf of the plaintiff, Jason Kaziaka, who appears via Zoom.
All right. And sir, your name for the record?
Jason Kaziaka.
All right. I want to thank everybody for appearing via Zoom today. Even though remote, realize this is a legal proceeding, just as if you were here and present in the courtroom, Mr. Kaziaka. Any questions for myself or your attorney regarding that this is a legal proceeding today?
No.
All right. And just so you guys know, we're having some technical difficulties. If I start breaking up, please let me know because I won't know that. I don't see that or know that on my end. So guys, if you have any problem hearing me or if I'm breaking up, please interject and let me know. I'm going to indicate that it is now 9:18 a.m. on Monday, August 14th, 2023. This matter is scheduled for hearing on plaintiff's motion regarding custody and parenting time, and the defendant, Ms. Amanda Kaziaka, has failed to appear. And counsel, your notice of hearing says that she was mailed a copy of this motion on July 31st. Is that correct?
That's correct. We also attempted to have her personally served on, I believe it was 3 different occasions. She's evaded service. My understanding, and speaking to my client, CPS has also tried to meet with her, and she is refusing to do so. Every time somebody goes to the door, a different male individual answers saying that she is not present, even though we believe her vehicle was parked outside of the trailer.
All right. I'm going to indicate we further sent email notice, and my staff left a message on her last phone number, left with the front of the court, and left a message on an answering machine. She has not called back this office. However, I am going to note that on August 1st, 2023, the Honorable Terry Lynn Denning, Circuit Court Judge, entered a ex parte order placing the parties' minor children in the care of plaintiff father, pending the motion before the court today. You talked to Vera?
No.
Okay. And guys, if you wonder who I'm talking to, if you see the name Melanie on the screen, that is my secretary and court recorder. I just have her message over to the courtroom to make sure that Ms. Kaziaka is not there or in their Zoom room. And if at any time we hear that during the course of this proceeding, I'll let you guys know and we'll wait for appearance. But we did just message the court to make sure she's not in the courthouse or in the judge's Zoom waiting room. All right. So that being said, I'm going to find that service is valid. And it is now 9:19 a.m. This matter was scheduled for hearing at 9:00 a.m. And again, the plaintiff has failed to appear, and we're about 20 minutes in here. So counsel, if you'd like to proceed with plaintiff's motion regarding custody and parenting time of the parties' minor children.
Yes, Your Honor. As I stated in the motion, this is not the first time we've been before the court on very similar issues regarding Ms. Kaziaka's drug use and failure to ensure that the children are protected while they're in her care. Things have gotten worse. Probably than they've been in the past. The party's daughter conveyed to my client and his fiance some rather alarming instances that have occurred over the better part of the last month and a half prior to us filing the emergency motion. She also spoke to her counselor and disclosed the same incidents to her. CPS was contacted as a result. There is an ongoing investigation at the moment. There is a safety plan in place. In which they had advised Mr. Kaziaka not to return the children. Thankfully, Judge Dennings did enter that order, placing them in his temporary care and suspending Ms. Kaziaka's parenting time. I can go through the various incidents if the court would like. I assume that you've read the motion. There are troubling reports by the minor child regarding various male individuals who are in and out of Ms. Kaziaka's trailer. It is not a large residence. She resides there with the 2 minor children. When they are in her care. Additionally, we believe her 19-year-old boyfriend resides in the trailer, as well as 2 other individuals, one a Mr. Von Yorks and another individual, I believe that we just know as Torsten. There have been physical altercations between Ms. Kaziaka and the male residents of the trailer. The party's daughter was struck in the head by Mr. Richardson during an altercation a few weeks back. That is really what triggered all of this and finally allowed the minor child to report what has actually been going on in the trailer to Mr. Kaziaka. He obviously immediately took action in contacting CPS and contacting me to file this motion. There are multiple police reports to this residence, which I have provided to the court. I also provided a video recording Mr. Kaziaka took during one of the parenting time exchanges, which was roughly 12:30 in the afternoon. Ms. Kaziaka was apparently sleeping in the trailer at that time, never emerged, never woke up during the exchange. And as you can see from the video, there are mounds of clothing piled on top of each other throughout the trailer. You can't even walk around without having to sidestep things or climb over the various stacks of food and toiletries, dishes, clothes, dog excrement. CPS, like I said, has been out to meet with her. They've been unsuccessful thus far. Mr. Kaziaka has every reason to believe that she is again using. Some of the police reports that we provided you indicate that she was even stopped with a meth pipe on her. Why the police didn't arrest her at that point, I don't know. They confiscated the pipe and sent her on her way. There have been multiple instances of domestic violence within the trailer. And as the court is aware, when we were here 2 years ago, she admitted on the record, and I still to this day do not understand why Judge Switalski did not order her to test. She admitted on the record multiple times that she would fail a drug screen. And the court adjourned our motion out to review CPS documents, medical records, the synopsis of the child's counselor at that time. And during the roughly 2 months that we had to adjourn the motion, she was able to at least stop using temporarily. That obviously has changed. We do believe that she is once again using. The party's minor son has acknowledged that there is heavy smoking, both cigarettes and marijuana within the trailer. There's a court order that precludes her from smoking when the children are present. And we believe that she is also again using methamphetamines. So we're asking that the court grant Mr. Kaziaka sole legal and physical custody, that if the court feels it necessary, because it would be a change in custody, that it be referred to the friend of the court for an investigation and a recommendation. We don't believe that Ms. Kaziaka will appear. Mr. Malkowitz was her prior attorney. He indicated that he is no longer representing her. He has not heard from her. So we think that she is pretty much given up at this point.
All right. And correct me if I'm wrong, sir, your daughter's 11 and your son's 16?
Correct.
How long have they been with you? When did this whole matter start, and how long have they been with you?
July, mid-July, about.
All right. So when it says this alleged incident occurred in mid-July, that's when they came to stay with you, and they've not. Have you heard from their mom since they came to stay with you in mid-July?
Not since the Friday that I told her that there's a safety plan in place that I was going to be keeping them. And my son hasn't heard
she
from
didn't
her.
she didn't say return them. I'm going to file a complaint with the front of the court. I'm going to get them back. I'm going to call the police. Like nothing of that nature.
No, nothing.
And was there any kind of debate? No words really between you at all? What
She
was
just
the tone of
asked
that
me
conversation?
why. She asked me why, and I told her there's a safety plan in place because the children are not safe at your home right now.
All right. And included in these allegations are that these two males are pretty cavalier with states of undress in front of your children. One being that a male was nude from the waist down, another that your daughter came out of the bedroom and another male companion was pleasuring himself on the living room couch and didn't deem her presence a reason to stop. Obviously, no allegations that they've directly attempted to harm the children, but just this nudity in their presence, and obviously an act on the couch without stopping could probably be deemed as
she does have
abuse.
Some of the mother's other friends will stay in her bed while she's gone, and she walked in on her mother's friend and his girlfriend the day I took her back to pick up her laptop for school, and they were laying in her bed, naked from the waist up, from what she said.
That's also.
And why do you think? Okay, okay. And why do you think she's using meth again? As you state, your attorney states.
She's lost a lot of weight. She looks sick, like strung out sick. Like you see the videos like of people on drugs, like heavy drug usage. Her face is kind of pitted in. She just I can't get in contact with her on a regular basis.
And what is CPS telling you right now? So they advised you don't let the kids go back, and have they concluded their investigation, or to your understanding they just can't? She's not talking to them. She's not willing to get together with them.
No, CPS told me that they've heard her in the home. They assume it's her trying to dodge them. But my daughter's actually at a care house interview today. for a forensic interview for everything that's been going on with the
for the gentleman on the couch. Is that what that's about?
Yeah, and I think also the physical when my daughter got struck.
The physical. Okay. Allegedly got struck, and in kids that their mother, the defendant, and her boyfriend were in a physical altercation. Your daughter tried to intervene. He hit her in the head. She then threw a broom and hit him, causing him to bleed.
Correct.
Did I get any of that wrong in the motion
No.
as well? I just want to set forth a few facts as set forth on the record.
Right.
So the last month. Okay, go ahead, counsel.
He was also then removed by several other individuals from the trailer as a result of him striking the daughter, and then she let him back in only hours later.
Let me ask, do the kids have cell phones, or do they talk to their mom? Because you reached out to try to talk them or text them if they have cell phones or they don't have cell phones?
My son has a cell
community?
phone, but she has not reached out to him since the same day that I told her she wasn't getting the kids, because all she texted him was,
okay,
your dad said I can't have you guys. What's going on? And I said,
so to your knowledge, your 16-year-old son has had no contact with his mom, and she's not reached out to him for the last month?
Correct.
And she has not talked to you in the last month and said, hey, I want to see the kids, miss them. What's going on with the kids? The children haven't said mom's reached out. Your son, seems to be no attempt
Absolutely
there either.
Absolutely nothing since the day I told her I was holding on to the kids.
What are the kids expressing about wanting to talk or see mom? What are their thoughts about that? Or your thoughts?
They want things to get better at their mom's house before they go back. My oldest son keeps asking when he can see her, and I said, I tell him I don't know yet. I said, we got some things going on. I'll let you know, as I find out.
It
but
should be noted too that the party's son is about to age out as well. He will be 18 soon.
No.
Well, is he 16 or 17 right now?
16.
Yeah, he's a little bit left. All right. So your issues with the house, but the kids love their mom, and even if she has substance abuse issues, you believe she loves the kids, and they're not feeling resistant to see her.
Well, see, here's the thing: the kids care for their mom, but what I've seen over the last couple of years, she's more worried about herself than even the children when it comes to things.
And I'll be honest, where I'm getting to now is temporary parenting time. I'm going to continue the placement based on her failure to appear and the testimony presented to the court and the additional things that set forth in the motion, which I don't feel necessarily to totally review on the record. I think we've got to the major points and the gist of what's going on here. But the question is temporary parenting time. Are you okay with her having some limited time outside of her home with the children, or I can leave it per mutual, reasonable by mutual agreement? It sounds like your son, go ahead.
I think she would need to prove some form of sobriety prior to any parenting time, even if it was supervised. There's significant concern about how she's going to behave and interact with the children.
Supervision. Well, unless she's acting outrageous, and I haven't heard that. I heard she's being cavalier, letting strangers in the house. I haven't heard she's abused the children.
She is very manipulative towards the children.
Supervision is what happens when you have a drug addiction problem. If she's not violent, she's not threatening them, she's not, then I'm not a big advocate of total suspension as a form of punishment for being an addict or alcoholic, unless your behavior is to the nature that you shouldn't have any, contact at all, because there are negative context issues for the children to have a parent cut off too. Is there anyone who would supervise parenting time between her and the kids that you can think of?
I'd say maybe my father.
And how does she get along with him? Can he can he be respectful and not say anything or say, get hot or insulting or?
No, my dad's not a hothead. And they've had a decent relationship. You know what I'm saying? They've never had issues, but.
Okay. And what's your dad's name?
Time be?
What's that?
Judge, where are you recommending?
Well, I'm asking, Mr. Kaziaki can tell me how he would think that works. I could say reasonable parenting time to be supervised by plaintiff's father and another mutually agreed upon third party. If parties cannot agree as to a time and duration, either one of them may file a motion. So it really, I'm going to be honest, it leaves it in your hands, but the court's going to hope that there'll be some effort to make it happen. And you don't care if she contacts your son on his cell, right? That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. What about telephone calls with your daughter? If you can monitor, and at this point you can.
Yeah, she's a little frazzled.
You're not going to get in trouble.
Yeah, she's still really frazzled.
All right. So I'm going to put that one based on the testimony presented. The placement of the parties' minor children shall remain with plaintiff father, pending further order of the court. Two, defendant is awarded temporary parenting time.
Who?
Kaziaka. She's on the phone.
Allegedly, Ms. Kaziaka has just called my office.
Do you want to give her the Zoom information? Can your staff do that?
No, here, hold it on. Here, look.
All right, we'll see if she shows up. We're half an hour in and I have other motions, so it's going to have to be quick here.
Judge, the one thing we did not touch on is that if the placement is going to remain, that his child support obligation should be suspended.
We'll suspend it. Two, plaintiff's child support obligation is suspended effective August 14th, 2023.
August 1, sorry.
August 14th today.
Would it be the date of filing, Judge?
Yeah, we can do that. What day was that? July 31st.
She's allegedly logging on now.
Okay. Have you guys ever had a history of domestic violence, sir, between you and Ms. Kaziaka?
No, not between me and her. She tried to bring it up in court a while ago and said that we did.
Her prior boyfriend.
Well, no, not between. I'm talking between you. I'm talking between you.
No, we've never actually. No, never actually.
Well, I'm deciding if. Well, I'm trying to decide if facilitation or mediation is beneficial. Is what I'm getting to here.
Gotcha.
With my custody department, but I can't order that if there's been any allegations or past history of domestic violence. And I need to do my next motion. Sitting here waiting, so I hope she shows up shortly here. If not, I'm going to proceed with my next hearing.
And just for the record, Judge, we've heard nothing from her until 2 seconds ago. I mean, there was no response, no contact to my office, nothing.
Well, if she doesn't appear shortly, I'm going to continue. She'll have to object to my order because we're 35 minutes in and I have several motions today and my next one is waiting here. People need to appear timely for their hearings. All right, so I'm going to continue with my recommendation should she not appear here shortly. I'm going to just add to one. Plaintiff testified the children have been in his care since mid-July 2023. And to further testify, defendant has not attempted to contact he or the parties' minor children since that date. All right, so I'm going to continue placement. I'm just reiterating what I'm saying. And then two, a defendant should be awarded. All right. Is it the iPhone? Figuring. Good morning. This is referee Brian Nicholas from the Macomb County Family Court. And ma'am, your name for the record?
Amanda Ashton.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. Please realize this is a remote hearing, but even though it's remote, it's a hearing, even though as if you were present in the courtroom. This is a legal proceeding. Do you have any questions regarding that, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And ma'am, do you know that this was scheduled for 9 o'clock and we're now at approximately 9:40? So you're 40 minutes late here for this hearing.
Correct, and that's my apologies, Your Honor. I was on the phone with the main branch of the friend of the court trying to get the hearing info, and I was getting redirected, and they couldn't.
Can you tell me your phone number? Because we left you a message last week, my staff, with all of the information and sent you an email. What's your phone number?
It's
phone number that we have that we left the message for with the information regarding the hearing today.
well, I was.
Do you got
out of town.
Okay, when did you come back from out of town?
A couple of days ago, I had 3 deaths in the family. A friend of mine.
And who? Okay. And who all died? Who passed away? I'm sorry.
A good friend of mine, my ex-sister-in-law, which would be my ex-husband's brother's baby mother, and then my uncle.
Okay. All right. So, ma'am, I've been speaking to Mr. Kaziaka and his attorney. Did you receive a copy of the motion and the allegations that were made in that motion? Have you received a copy of that motion from Mr. Kaziaka? Have you had an opportunity to read through that?
Yes.
All right. And just so you know, I'm going to go fairly quickly because I have other hearings waiting, and therefore timeliness is important when you have a motion. So, but I'm going to take for granted that you had connection issues and didn't have the information, even though our records show we sent it to you. So I'm going to review those allegations and the conversation I've had with Mr. Kaziak and his attorney, and they're going to correct me if I get anything wrong about that conversation. So it's alleged that in mid-July, there was a physical altercation between you and your boyfriend. Your daughter got involved. He struck your daughter. She threw a broom and hit him in the head, causing bleeding. That other individuals in the home had to remove him because of the volatility of that incident. That on more than one occasion, different male guests in your home have been in different states of undress from the waist down, and another one pleasuring himself in the living room in the presence of your 11-year-old daughter. That the house is unsanitary, has animal feces, is filled, that random people come to the home. When Mr. Kaziaka brought your daughter back to retrieve an eye patch, he came in and there was a couple in your bedroom, in your bed, in states of undress. That CPS advised him to not return the children to your care, that they've come to your home on numerous occasions and they believe you're inside and refusing to open the door to talk to them. And he also asserts that he has not heard from you, nor have the children heard from you for the last month since he has not returned them. So this is your opportunity to respond to all those allegations and what you'd like to see happen with the placement of the children or their custody.
Okay, Your Honor. I would never let somebody be undressed in any manner from the waist down around my 11-year-old daughter. Nor any.
I think the issue is that you not purposely do that, but you're not being diligent in monitoring your home.
Your Honor,
do you think that you don't think that's not so? When he says your daughter walked out and a man was pleasuring himself on the couch, and another incident where a man was walking around with nothing on from the waist down, Mr. Kaziak is just making all that up to come to court and cause problems?
I can justify on that. I do have a roommate, and he was sleeping, and I was actually there the night my daughter mentioned this incident because we were leaving to go, I believe, get groceries or something. He was sleeping, and I think it was about 8:39, and I said, we'll go grab, some ice cream, snacks, things like that. And he was almost like at a stance, like where sometimes gentlemen, like Al Bundy, like sleeping. He would never do any type of sexual pleasuring around a child. I've been friends with him for many years. I think these
are two different individuals we're talking about. Mr. Kaziak, you want to add in there? This is a different. Gentleman from the waist down is a different.
It's the same person.
It is the same. Yeah. And what's the name of that individual?
Dale Von Yorks.
Correct.
Okay. So, ma'am, did he get up naked from the waist down?
No, he
and
has
accidentally
never.
expose himself?
No, absolutely not. I've been friends with him for many years, and I've never even seen him undressed in a manner that made me in any way uncomfortable. He's a very good
So
friend of mine.
who's not telling the truth, Mr. Kaziaka or your daughter?
I think that, Your Honor, in my opinion, that it is a misunderstanding, a miscommunication, and maybe possibly just drawn out and exaggerated in a sense. Not having, I'm trying to put it into words, substantial like proof that something like that happened. I would not be friends with somebody who I would have a concern about something.
So if he accidentally got up and your daughter saw him in underwear and he wasn't totally undressed, what about pleasuring himself on the sofa in front of her?
Absolutely not. Like I said, Your Honor, I have.
How are you sure? So that means either Mr. Kaziaka made this up or your daughter made it up. Who are you alleging made it up?
I don't have a definite answer for that, but I do know that I definitely keep a good observation of my household and what is deemed appropriate around my children. I love my children.
Who all lives in your home?
I live in my home with me and my children and my roommate, Dale Van York. And I did also have company come in due to the loss in our family. To help me.
So do you have a boyfriend living there as well?
No, I do not.
What about the allegation? Okay. What about the allegation of the physical fight where people restrained your boyfriend and your daughter got involved and he hit your daughter and she threw and hit him with a broom?
Okay, I can also explain on that, Your Honor. My daughter is, per se, not to make light of it, a little bit of a tomboy. She grew up with two older brothers, and she loves to kind of horse around, rough play, be silly. And what happens usually, in even with her brothers, somebody always gets bumped or hurt or fall, And never would I ever allow somebody to come at her in a manner that would, harm her, because I give birth to her and I would protect her.
So what happened to your boyfriend? How long have you been broken up? When did he depart the residence?
I would say within the last week or two.
Okay. And so do you know that Mr. Kaziaka came back to the house to retrieve stuff from your daughter and you were sleeping the whole time and never woke up the whole time they were there?
My kids are okay for a small amount of time. If I need to nap, I am a busy mother, always having a lot.
What do you do for work?
I do like DoorDash. I help out. I do house cleaning.
Okay.
I help take care of my father who had a stroke and he's like basically almost blind.
So Mr. Kaziaka, when was the date that you took your daughter back home and Ms. Kaziaka was sleeping and the film was made?
17th, I want to say.
Of July?
Yeah.
And did you enter the home with your daughter to help her, or she took that?
No, the video was from 2 weeks prior.
And who made the video?
Parenting time exchange. Yeah, that was during a parenting time exchange. The incident when he came back.
So you came at a parenting time exchange and she was sleeping in the house and you entered and she didn't wake up the whole time.
Correct.
And guys, I haven't watched the video. I generally do not watch proposed evidence until proper foundation's laid and it's been reviewed. And if you've also sent a copy of that video to the party, otherwise, just so you know, I've not watched it. So I'm describing what you've indicated, but I have not watched that video. And so, sir, you came in, you took the video, and mom was sleeping the whole time in the bedroom.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
May I ask who let him in, and is that something that is usable in court as far as like for my privacy act for somebody to come in and videotape you?
So just so you guys know, I'm the court. I respond to evidence. I don't give legal advice.
Okay.
as to what that is. But I take it your adult, well, not adult, your son who's 16 and your daughter 11, they let that in. They let the dad in. Have you had a history of letting him in the house? Do you have an open relationship good enough that he comes over with the kids and you
I
guys
don't go
enter
in
into
his
each other's
house.
homes or no?
I don't go in his
Okay.
house. He doesn't.
Just for
So,
the record,
Mr.
he's standing in
Kaziaka,
the-
what is?
just for the record, Your Honor, he's standing
Go
in the
ahead.
doorway. His son let him in. He's standing in the doorway.
Okay.
He's not roaming around the trailer.
Okay.
He's at the entryway.
Okay, I gotcha. Well, thanks for clarifying. So, Ms. Kaziaka, what is the name of the CPS worker that's assigned to this case?
Right now it is Lauren Garcia.
Do you have a phone number for Lauren Garcia?
I do.
Could I have it,
586.
please, so I can provide it?
Your Honor,
586.
also, when I had asked
I'm
for the
talking.
info,
Just a second. I'm talking. When I talk and ask a question, you'll get an opportunity, but don't start talking over other people. And this goes for everybody. This goes for counsel, Mr. Kaziaka. Everybody in court wants to get everything out, but you got to take your turn. So let him just
Right.
finish this phone number, and then I'll get to your question. Go ahead, Mr. Kaziaka. Miss Kaziaka, can I, if I put this in the order, I can count on you contacting the CPS worker and arranging a time for her to come visit you and talk to you?
absolutely. I asked Jason via text message, and when I was supposed to get my kids on my parenting time, and he said that he did not have any info on a worker nor any phone numbers for me to be able to contact them.
I did not have
Well,
them.
did you call? Did you call Child Protective Services and say, I understand there's an investigation open, who's assigned to it, and what have you advised? My children's father says he's been advised not to let me see them. Did you call anyone at Child Protective Services?
No, because I had no idea of who my worker was or what.
Have you attempt? Okay. Well, no, you call and say, this is my name. If you have an open case, it'll be under your name. Okay. So what is your response? So Mr. Kaziaka says you have not attempted to talk to him or the children for a month. Is that true?
Well, it was under my understanding that he said I was legally not allowed to basically interact with my children. And he's done this before. And last time the judge said he had no right to take my kids from me.
Did you? Okay, just a second. So if you've been through this in the court before, you know you have a parenting time enforcement officer. Are you aware of that? A parenting time enforcement attorney at the front of the court?
Vaguely, Your Honor, but I don't know what the conditions of that would be.
The thing is, you never called anyone to say, hey, my ex is keeping my children from me and not letting me see them. Did you call anyone and make a complaint at the front of the court to anyone claiming he's not giving you the kids back?
No, unfortunately, I didn't, Your Honor, because I was educated as to what the protocol should be. Like that would have been the right thing to do. But
didn't you previously litigate custody before the court? And you just indicated you've been through this before and were in front of Judge Witowski, and therefore I would have thought you would know how it works, right?
Last time I went through this, I also was able to afford an attorney.
Okay.
But due to the burials, and I lost my mom, my brother, I lost my dad in November. I've been doing everything on my own. I'm treading water, just trying to make ends meet. And I'm
going to ask a very blunt question. This is based on the allegations before the court. If I ordered both you and Mr. Kaziak, I'll order him too, to go get a 9-panel drug test immediately. What's that going to tell me? Is it going to come back positive or anything or no?
I have proven my sobriety in a hair follicle screening already.
When?
In the last
When?
The last time we went.
When was that?
2 years ago.
Yeah, it's just I feel like how many times do I have to prove myself without feeling like I'm being targeted?
So Mr. Kaziak and his attorney are going to correct me if I'm wrong, but before you appeared on the record 40 minutes late, they indicated, he said he's familiar with how you appear when you're under the influence. And he said that to him, your appearance is indicative to how in the past you look when you're using.
Oh, okay. Well, Your Honor, he also demeans me to my children constantly. And like when I go to pick them up, he will tell me either I look fat or I look too skinny, or he's constantly trying to break me down emotionally and mentally. And through all the years of abuse he put me through, I have a lot of trauma from that. So I'm very timid.
Your Honor, this is deflection at its finest, and she didn't even answer your question.
Stop.
What it would show.
Stop. I don't need her to be corrected, counsel. I've done this a long time. So, ma'am, have you tried to contact your 16-year-old son on his cell phone in the last month?
He did text me happy birthday, and I did text him and ask him kind of, you know, like I was really sad what was going on, and he stated that he did not really want to talk too much about it because he didn't want to get in trouble with his father.
But why not call him and talk to him verbally or text him? Why not? He's a 16-year-old. Why not contact him?
Because throughout our marriage and everything, my ex-husband, he was very controlling. It's always been his way or no way. I give him leeway if he needs an extra day. Like the day I was supposed to pick up my kids, I gave him an extra day to take them to the fireworks with no problem. And then the day I go to pick them up, he says, "Oh, well, a case was open yesterday." Well, why wouldn't you inform me? So it's almost like he's just always trying to reach in a basket of, you know, a hat of rabbits, trying to pull something out when I'm doing my best. And I'm always trying to co-parent at a civil manner with him to save you and the court's time and us time. I'm doing my best. He's doing his best. And a lot of things I'm sure you're aware of can be handled without going through all this.
Okay.
I won't.
And
admit,
so let me do this. Let me confirm. So you've confirmed your phone number. You want to confirm an email address for us and your current address so we make sure you have all the information to get contacted by the court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So guys, if you wonder who I'm talking to, and you have multiple screens, you'll see the name Melanie. That's my secretary and court recorder. She did confirm that's the email she has and your phone number. You want to confirm your address, ma'am? What city do you live in?
Yes, Your Honor. It's Sterling Heights. I may be in the process of moving soon, though, to help be closer to my family.
Okay.
So I'm looking to sell my modular home and move forward in life. It's just, as a single mother and with the economy, it's hard. And I just asking that you see that some of us struggle at times, from time to time in life, you know, especially trying to make ends meet and bills, and especially when you're a separated family.
Okay. And sir, what city do you live in? How far are you guys apart from each other residence-wise?
Right now, it's about 10, 15-minute drive.
Okay, so you guys are close.
I do most of the driving, Your Honor. I'll drive my son to school, come back home for my daughter to get a little more rest, and then I got to drive her to school and come back. And then in the afternoon, I have to do 2 more rounds, so it's 8 trips.
Your Honor, the children are enrolled in Rochester School District, which is where my client lives. And just for clarification, I want to make sure her email was amandak0813@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And Mr. Kaziak, anything you want to add to this dialogue after hearing Ms. Kaziaka's position and response to everything?
Just the fact that her birthday was yesterday, so my son messaged her yesterday for her birthday. So it's been a month since they've talked. And then she does do more driving, but those are on her parenting days. You know, it's because she'll drive back and forth to her house twice to drop them off at school and then go back home and then take the other one to drop the other one off, you know, so it's.
And Jason, can I also bring it to the attention of the judge that when we went through this last time, you would not allow me to speak with the children?
Your Honor, they don't need to dialogue with each other. Just for the record, again, you asked her a specific question. If she were to submit to a 7-panel drug screen, what would show up? And she has not provided you an answer to that question.
Well, she said she took a test before, but ma'am, do you want to answer that? Will it be clean? Because
Judge, 2 years ago.
Guys, stop. I can count, counsel, with all due respect.
I feel,
All right.
Your Honor, it's humiliating, and it's degrading.
Well,
because
guess what? He's going to do it too. But when parties tell me that the other party's under the influence and they witness their appearance, then if it comes back clean for both of you, then you can say, see, he's wrong and he's not being honest to the court, and that can support you. But you guys are both going to submit to your 9-panel urinalysis drug test today at a JAMS location, with the results being provided to each other. I'm going to add a protective order that, guys, you don't post this stuff on social media. You don't give it to family and friends. You are both parents of these children. If either one of you is using, that doesn't change the fact that children love their parents and you love them. So I'm going to add in here that both parties shall submit to 9-panel urinalysis drug tests at a JAMS location within the next 12 hours, with the results being provided, ma'am, to plaintiff's counsel. And sir, your results, you can give them to counsel and he can send them to Ms. Kaziaka.
Your Honor,
just so you guys know, any dilution element is viewed as a positive. And ma'am, you had a question?
Yeah, I am in the process of scheduling funeral arrangements today for my aunt, and I'm watching over my nephew because he's very young and he lost his dad. And I'm just wondering if we can do that for tomorrow.
Okay, so with all due respect, so you just were out of town for 3 funerals and now you have a 4th funeral all within the last 30 days?
I had 4 deaths in yeah, absolutely.
What is the cause of these passing away, if I may ask? All these deaths?
My friend, he was found assaulted intimately, sexually. My uncle passed away of natural cause, I believe, due to diabetes. And my sister-in-law, Jason, hasn't told me what she passed from.
That was a month and a half ago.
And my aunt passed away of basic old age.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Just basic
Your aunt.
Old age, basically.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry
But
for
it's
your
just been a lot
losses.
of
I will say within 24 hours instead of 12. Instead of 11 tomorrow morning.
Your Honor, wouldn't hair follicle be better than your analysis?
Well, guys, your analysis is 20 to $30, and hair follicle is probably far more expensive. So right now I'm going to do your analysis.
Your analysis would not go back as far.
Your Honor,
I care about you right now. Guys, stop. Guys, stop. Ma'am, 2 years ago doesn't matter.
I know,
you can be clean and sober. With all due respect, stop. With all due respect, either one of you, anyone who in the past has had a history of use of abusing alcohol or drugs can be clean and sober for a while, and then they can fall off the wagon, unfortunately. So 2 years is too long ago. This will assist you just as much as if you come up clean, then you can say, listen, I'm clean. But based on the testimony presented and what's going on, I think it's both parties should submit. Guys, they're $20 nowadays, $20-$30 for your analysis. And there's JAMS locations all over the place. So Google JAMS locations, and they're all over the metro area. That's why I used it. And there's a whole bunch of them. And they're also used by some of the district courts as well. All right, so I'm going to make a recommendation, guys. I have other motions. I got to get moving here. We've now used up an hour, and I have other motions that I got to get to. So my recommendation is as follows. 1, based on the testimony presented, the children should remain. And ma'am, you know that the judge entered an ex parte order on August 1st, placing the children of Mr. Kaziaka. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I
Did you
read
get a
that in
copy
the
of that?
paperwork. I just didn't understand why, like.
Well, but because there's a lot of serious allegations going on here, one of which is that your significant other hit your daughter, and that there's men in undress in front of an 11-year-old girl. There's serious allegations here.
And did he also bring up that he also had hit my daughter and she told her school right before she got out of school?
How long ago was that, you allege?
A couple of months ago.
So
Mr. Kaziaki, you want to?
I can respond.
Mr. Kaziaki, you want to respond?
The minor child had a bruise on her leg from falling near a pool, and Miss Kaziaka told Mr. Kaziaka, and I believe we even have verification, that she was going to try to use this against him if he were to bring her back to court and allege abuse falsely.
That's a different incident.
Okay, so guys, guess what? I'm going to send you guys for investigation and recommendation, and you guys can tell the investigator all the above, all my social worker at the court, all of these things, and they will investigate them. I'm going to include that investigation shall include a home visit of defendant's residence. All right. So again, one, based on the minor children should be remain temporarily placed in the care of plaintiff father. 2, defendant mother is awarded Ma'am, if someone is going to supervise your parenting time, is there anyone that you would recommend or propose to Mr. Kaziaka be the supervisor?
My father.
And sir, your response to that?
I don't talk with her father, and I haven't for a very long time. So I don't think I'd be comfortable with it because he wouldn't be.
He's a very respectable Catholic man.
The supervision should
Ma'am,
be
do you
done
know Mr. Kaziaka's father?
Yeah, absolutely, and I would trust him as I
How do you get along
hope
with
that he would trust my father. My father has always been very good to Jason.
And Mr. Kaziak, any response to that her dad's been a responsible guy that you've never had an issue with?
Judge, she just indicated she respects and trusts Mr. Kaziaka's father. There's no reason he can't.
I heard, guys. I heard.
I deserve this.
I don't disagree with that. I'm just looking for alternatives.
I haven't talked to him in
Kaziaka.
years, and when I tried to reach out to him last time when we were going through something similar, I got no back feed from him at all. So it wasn't like, because I was trying to work with her to get things solved for the children last time too. So, but
let me ask this: Do either one of you practice religion or go to church on Sundays?
Yes, Your Honor.
You both? Okay. So you're in church at noon? Because I was going to give you parenting time on Sundays from noon to 5 or 4.
For me,
Yep.
I miss my children very much, so I'm sure that I can discuss that with the Lord above. That I really would like to see my children, and we could pray.
Okay. All right. So on a temporary basis, defendant should be awarded parenting time on Sundays from noon to 5 p.m. to be supervised by plaintiff's father or another mutually agreed upon third party.
By whose father, Your Honor?
His father. And what's your father's first name, Mr. Kaziaka? Remind me.
Dwayne.
Plaintiff's father, Dwayne. All right. The matters of custody and parenting time are referred to the front of the court for investigation and recommendation to include a home visit. Following the issuance of a custody and parenting time recommendation in this matter, the matters of custody, parenting time, and child support should be referred to the front of the court for referee evidentiary hearing. And child support should be suspended pending further order of the court. So guys, I am a referee, not a judge. So, well, they'll work it out with the supervisor.
Can I have
So
one
guys-
more question, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Would it be possible to rotate the parenting time so in the comfort of with his family and my family, so my kids can see my father?
Well, you guys talk about mutually agreed upon third parties. If you don't agree, so guys, I'm a referee, not a judge. You
Right.
both have 21 days to object to my decision. These are very contested issues and subjective to mine and the judge's views. We do not always agree. The judge is the boss of the case. She is the final say. So if either one of you do not like this order, I'm going to email it to you with the objection procedure. I suggest you object within the next 21 days and get a hearing before the Honorable Terry Lynn Dennings, and the judge's decision trumps mine. She can overrule me, and her decision's the final say. So if either one of you does not like all or part of my recommendation, you are welcome to object. It is your right under the law. I don't get mad. She doesn't get mad. And the judge will decide if she wants to uphold my order or change all or part of it. And when you get that order in the objection procedure, if you have any confusion on how to object procedurally, you are welcome to call my staff and they will help you through the objection procedure. They can't tell you what to write on the order. They can't give legal advice, but they can help you procedurally to make sure that your objection gets filed and a hearing gets scheduled before the judge. So you will get those. And is everybody okay getting this stuff via email?
Yes.
Ma'am, are you okay with email?
Yes, Your Honor.
You'll get it right away this morning. All right. I almost also, as I indicated, ordering within 24 hours, you both submit to 9-panel urinalysis drug tests at your own expense with these results being exchanged to each other. You may not post these results on social media or provide them to individuals unassociated with this litigation. Okay. All right, guys, you have 21 days to object. That's going to conclude this hearing. Please have a good day. Stay healthy and safe. And if you don't get this order by the end of the day, call my office and make sure you got it. Make sure to check your junk and spam mail as well, because sometimes it goes there. So before you call, check your junk and spam if you still don't see it. Okay.
Okay. And am I able to call him
All
to
right.
speak with the children in between, Your Honor?
I would say talk to him. You guys, if you guys want to talk, there's no bar to it, but be respectful. And he's saying your son has a phone. There's no restrictions on contacting your son.
Response.
Okay, well, talk to Mr. You guys are parents. I'm not here to micromanage everything you do, but you can talk to Mr. Kaziak and you guys can talk about talking to your daughter or
but does
your
he have the
son. You
right
can
to
call your son or
refuse to be
text him.
talking to them or no?
Right now, I'd say try to work it out or file objections. I'm not going to have it right now with what's going on. There's a CPS
Okay.
investigation.
Okay.
Whoops, you know what? I'm going to add in here this. I forgot. Plaintiff reported that she will be contacting Lauren Garcia, the CPS. Arrange an appointment at which Ms. Garcia may interview her in the context of the current CPS investigation. So, ma'am, you need to get a hold of her and say,
It was 212. What was the number?
it's going to be in the order. It'll be in the order.
Oh,
It's going to be in the
okay.
order. All right. All right. With that, guys, that's going to conclude this hearing. Have a good day. And you guys
Thank
are all
you.
set. All right.
Thank you, Judge.